All right, cyber traders, welcome on back here this Tuesday afternoon, October 25th. If I sound funny, I'm trying to hold in a sneeze. I've had this allergic reaction across the whole afternoon so far. Hopefully that subsides, but great to see all of us here. Otherwise, great to see Alex, Dan, and Leda loud and clear from them. Leda, I got to go back to that email you had sent me about all these home remedies. I tell you, good timing for that, actually. Great to see all of us otherwise. Chuck watching Boyle, RBLX, and his Viru. Mara on the screen here to begin. Hey, it's starting to make a new high right now, much like it was doing from yesterday at this time. Let me adjust my headset, and we're going to be good to go. So, hey, the SPY is pushing back up, trying to make the same pattern here that it made yesterday. I mean, at least this time, just off a double top compared to a triple top. But, at least from yesterday afternoon, we ended up following the SPY as a day trade. Or I'm sorry, we ended up following Mara as a day trade with the SPY. And heading into the afternoon, I was saying to you folks, like, it's possible to see this make a continued move up, but not the big attractive like dollar move up that you would hope to have. With the stock at the highs like this, $12, $13 stock like Mara, you hope to see it, but with all these crypto mining affiliates, like we don't normally see that big pop. So it moved up with the market, nice move up at least into the close for about like 20 cents, 25 cents. Hey, it's tradable. But that takes us to here. Is history going to repeat itself? I mean, it looks great, pushing up really well. Seemingly, it's like ready to make a move up closer towards 15 at this point. I wish I hung in for my swing trade from a week and a half, 2 weeks ago at this point, right? I ended up getting spooked on this pullback here and got out with the profit, but just a couple of days later ended up making the more explosive push up and the one that I was looking for, at least at that point. But I'm not in this trade now as a swing. I ended up getting out on JD after the market opened up earlier today. That was a nice one. But yeah, for right now, Mara's a day trade, at least taking us into the close. It's tradable. And for that reason, I'll put this on our main list. But don't try and expect a home run on this trade, right? We've always been saying that about Mara and Riot and all these Bitcoin crypto mining affiliated stocks. All right. So with that, though, let's go from top to bottom here. Talk about a tease. TSHA ended up making this big push up early in pre-market. Then from that point, it fell really flat. Thankfully, if you were part of us in the Traders Talk workshop, which we ended up doing earlier today, well, thank goodness this ended up working out in our favor, because once it broke back over the opening print, 222, well, this was right before we started, but I ended up jumping in right here, and I was looking for a pretty good continued push up, but a lot sooner than what we ended up actually getting. So if you were a part of us here in Traders Talk inside the weekly workshop, inside the live trading room earlier today, well, thankfully it ended up holding the opening print. Moved up really nicely. I'm out of this trade right now. I ended up getting out on the first leg right here. Then on the second half, as it crept up closer to 250, but I didn't want to hold on any longer. So, it ended up pushing up a little bit more, but had the violent, ugly shake back down. And, for right now, it's trying to build higher lows off that even. So, it's trying to rope me back in if anything. This stock ended up having some pretty good historical levels back from – it was from earlier this year, back from late May, early June, right off 244, 245. That's what we were covering in Traders Talk earlier today. It's squeezing back. Whoa, look at that pop. And with that, a 101,000 share order on the bid that just showed up and getting bigger at 250. That's huge. I mean, big pop, very well timed during this meeting right now. We'll take it. Hopefully it doesn't run too far for me to not jump in myself. But yeah, TSHA, I'm going to put this on our watch list. I was going to put this on our list with the higher lows, but pretty good timing. Nice pop and break over 250. Hopefully that can hold his support from here and really for this to begin to squeeze up a lot higher. All right, there we go. Perfect. So we got 2 stocks at least on our watch list so far. 2 good ones at that. I mean, this and the Mara. CGC not looking as prime for the real volume-based pop. Ended up topping off right over 3, and it pulled back a bit. Really sluggish and flat right now. Nice move from earlier in the morning, though. All right, there's BBBY. Bobby J ended up making a nice push early on and after the market opened up. But we talked about this in Traders Talk too. Ended up breaking above big resistance off of 487. And for as much as one may think that they're going to miss out on this trade, popped up like 30, 40 cents instantaneously from there. Well, that 487 ended up getting flipped into support, held a higher low right off of 5, and then ran up beautifully after. And even right now, you could see, I mean, perhaps this could be like a meme play where, like on Wall Street Bets, Reddit stock, that can make a nice squeeze. Maybe the AMC could go with it. GameStop's up like 9.5%. So don't count that out. For right now, even I'm gonna put all of these kind of just on the back end. Come back to all of these at the end here, at least like GameStop, AMC, Bed Bath Beyond. But all of them look good as of right now. I just don't want to build up too big of a watch list. Then we fall back on those at the end. CLSK for right now, like, hey, this looks pretty interesting. It's at the highs, recently breaking back over 350. Um, I mean, the longer it could hold here off the highs, that's where you want to see it make a stronger run into the close. Looks like this had some daily support roughly from like 370, 378, low from back then. 375, low from early July. It could have like 25 cents worth of room to get up there. Again, I'm not too particular about that right now. I'd want to see more opportunity at least. Rite Aid, ugly shake back down. Lower highs ended up leading to the break of support roughly from that like 490 level as support. Tupperware at the highs. I mean, I feel like this could be like a good short squeeze candidate. I say that solely because of how far it had dropped off, really from pandemic. Ended up having a huge drop off over time here, and even from more. But I'm even just relating to this here. But yeah, from like $40 or so all the way down to sub 10. So it has some short squeeze potential, I'm sure, over time. Same to be said here on TWOU. Yeah, Snapchat on the gainer side. A lot is up today, folks. Snapchat, it's going to be hard to pass on because it's one that we're pretty familiar with just as a name brand stock, and one really over the last like week or so we've had our eyes on pretty intently. So it's at the highs up big. So we'll put Snapchat on our main watch list. This is why we don't hold day trades throughout the day, folks. I ended up looking for a short on Pinterest early this morning. I was expecting a lower high within the market and not to have the market run up as much as it did. All right, well, it's all right to be wrong at times, folks. Ended up getting out on the Pinterest short as it ended up pushing up. It was even here at this time. Broke over the opening print, ended up getting stopped out for a -4 and pushed up. And then even from that point later on, ended up trying to like pull back again, but ended up really going up with Snapchat. Looks like, this could just be like a sympathy play with Snapchat, perhaps some of the other social media stocks. Whoa, big pop on Pinterest midday or Twitter midday. Let me just check the news out on this. I didn't really see this up until right now. Got back to my desk a little while ago. Was private chatting a few of our students. Twitter shares trading higher following a report suggesting that Elon Musk has told debt bankers he plans to close the Twitter deal Friday. I feel like we get that headline pretty much every day of the week now. So led to a big pop. Not much more to it than that, though. Pinterest looks pretty strong on the way up. It's up only 3.5%, but moving with Snapchat, perhaps, right? So Snap will put on our watch list. Pinterest, for right now, we'll put on our side list here. Maybe Bed Bath Beyond could be better. AMC maybe. All right. I think that might just about do it from the gainer side here, folks. Let me know if there's anything else looking just as good, if not better, from the gainer side. Up big. We'll hop over to the losers list right now. Xerox as a short. This one ended up dropping off right out the gate to the point where there was not much like time to like try and jump in. Dropped like a rock within the first 5 minutes. So you want to look for a pullback and for resistance to hold. It may have given us that briefly, but I didn't really look for it too much afterwards. Like it was dropping off even going into the open, and afterwards, just you don't want to chase it. So it was tough for me to try and anticipate the trade even from 13. It held under that level really well and led to the drop off down to 12. But from there, led to a pretty good dead cat bounce. Nice move back up, at least up towards 1320-ish, 1325. Right now, not a whole lot happening, I'd say, really on it. I think there's better trades right now at this point. Bro, BRO, a little expensive, dropping back down from 57. Bills CLF, Cleveland Cliffs. A little short early this morning, was a better dead cat bounce as the markets were really pushing up to begin. All right, I'll tell you that might just about do it on the loser side, folks. If there's anything else that looks really good, up, down, left, right, more than 5%, just type it in the chat board here. Let me know otherwise. Doing a good job holding in the sneeze this whole time. I got one. I don't know why it didn't pop up on my gainers list, actually. It's not showing right there. But Duo, DUO, I saw it from my Benzinga signals feed. This has really been pushing up pretty nicely going into this meeting. I noticed it going into the meeting, but that was from Benzinga. I didn't have my eyes there just for the last 15 minutes, so I kind of had to slip past me for a little while. But yeah, DUO pushing up really well right now. Now, with that, though, just be careful because just looking at the weekly chart, I feel like this is like a pop and drop type of stock. When the volume dies off on this type of trade, when it peaks and then dies off, oftentimes this will die off with it. So it's already made a big enough move up over like 68, 69% right now. So just be pretty mindful of that at this point. Maybe the VWAP could hold his support there, roughly around 102, probably increase in price over time here. All right, so we got Mara, we got Duo, we got Snapchat, and Pinterest. If you do well on Pinterest day to day, and if you think that you can get like another 50 cents, $1 out of this trade, then go for it. But otherwise, I think Snap might be more worth your opportunity. Check out Bed Bath Beyond here to wrap up. I mean, it's been pushing back up pretty steadily here, so it's kind of hard to ignore that. Yeah, if anything, I'd rather follow Bed Bath Beyond, the Bobby J trade. We'll put that on our main list. Don't mind that. All right, folks. So for all of us on social media, Facebook Live, YouTube, I appreciate you sticking with me each and every day, each and every afternoon, and all throughout today, if anything. Fausto should be back tomorrow morning, I believe. If you have any questions, though, for myself, more than free to send it over right to my email address, josh@c2trading.com. I'll send you my home address if you want to send over some Claritin or some antihistamine or any of that good stuff. I need it right now badly. Been holding in the sneeze since the beginning of the afternoon. All right, so for Dan, John, Leda, Alex, for all of us here inside the chat board, I will be on a coaching call with one of our students coming up at 3 p.m. Eastern. I'll look to post and tweet this watch list coming up, and I'll be inside the chat board at least taking us into the market close. I'll talk to you all there. Take care.
Become a Cyber Group member today. Just click the link below and receive all these amazing products and a world of knowledge for just $9. Do it today.